So hi guys.
Hi guys.
Hi.
Mhm.
I'm with Diana, my BFF.
Yes.
So this is my first episode. And
Congratulations for doing it. The first step.
I don't know more
To
than
this journey.
English, but anyway,
Oh, really? I'm quite restricted.
we are not restricted.
Okay.
I'm happy to finally take the first step.
Yes, I'm also happy.
Yes.
Mm.
So Diana is my BFF, and we met in high school in Form 2.
Imagine 2007.
Yes, 2007. Around May. Yeah, around May. Because it was second term.
Hey, unakumbuka. Nilienda Wellspring second term.
And we've been friends through. And she will also be my producer. She's helped me in how to produce this podcast. So I'm happy that she's also now my first guest.
Yay!
And basically,
I'm honored.
You're
Hey,
welcome.
it's a big honor.
It's a big
It's not
honor.
something to take for granted. Hey.
Anyway, wewe ni guru.
Yes.
So-
Okay. Thank you. Yes. Thank you.
Yeah. So basically, my podcast is about how to work on different careers, how different people navigate their careers, their ups and downs, and what they can tell other people who are aspiring to be in their careers or anything else that they are doing outside their careers. So other than that, I think we can start with how are you doing? You were telling me about the number.
Numerology.
Oh,
I'm
numerology.
into numerology of late,
Mm-hmm.
and I've been learning about how the characteristics you possess and how that the numerology are related. Like if you were born on a certain date, there are certain characteristics you're going to possess. In numerology, there's also something called a life number, where you add up all the numbers of your birth date. Like let's say, for example, me, I was born April 20th, 1990. So tutafanya 20, the day I was born, 2 plus 0 plus 4, the month April, plus 1990, whatever. The answer I get, tuseme kama itakuwa 17, I add 7 plus 1, inakuwa 8. Now it means I'm at 8 life path. There are characteristics that I possess of the 8th life path. Yeah, if you're into numerology, you can read about it, research about it, and yeah, for me it's makes some sense. But anyway, I'm usually very open to learning new things, so that's the new thing that I'm learning. Yeah,
I will learn about my age.
yes. I will help you learn. I've already told you that we already have some knowledge.
At least I'm only 2 plus 5. 7.
7, the number of intelligence.
I'm an intelligent person.
Very.
Now I've been good. I'm happy. Tomorrow is my birthday.
Imagine.
And also
Memorable podcast. You
Imagine.
recorded this one before your birthday.
So I will launch it tomorrow.
Hey! Yes.
I
So
will
you
work
edit
hard.
today?
I will edit today
Yeah,
and
good.
work hard to launch it tomorrow. And then we see how it goes. But I thank God that I'm here. Despite everything that has happened to me this year, I'm happy to have very genuine friends and a very good support system. And same to my family and also God. Because some things we just take for granted until when
you don't have them
when
anymore.
they're taken away from us.
Mm.
That's when we think, yeah, that was a good thing, but also it's not the end.
Yeah.
So basically, when you're talking about career, because now we're moving into the main thing or the main hustle.
Main topic of this podcast.
Yes. So there is someone who's basically making noise for us in our recording studio.
Yes.
So I think we can start from career-wise and how it started. So I would start like you. What are you? What is your career?
What am I in terms of career? My official tag is I'm a studio technical operator. I also do voiceovers and freelance photographer and videographer. I can say that. But my main career is I'm a studio technical operator. I'm sure nikisema hivyo, not many people will understand what that is. A studio technical operator is someone who works behind the scenes, someone who makes sure that whatever is going on air, you have the picture, you have the sound, and you have the let's say picture, sound, and I am the one in charge of programming all the promos, commercials, and programs. And I make sure that everything is on time. Make sure news is at 7.
So you're a timekeeper.
Time manager. Let's call it a time manager. So basically someone who works behind the scenes in a studio and in the gallery.
Okay. So in uni, what did you study?
I studied mass communication. But mimi nilikuwa wale watu wenye walifail KCSE. So we started huko chini from certificate, diploma, then I did a degree. My degree was in Bachelor of Mass Communication with a specialization in electronic media.
Okay. So how long have you studied? Have you worked?
How long have I worked as a studio technical operator?
Yes.
In total 7 years, but 1 year internship.
And then in that one year internship, did you know like after internship I'll get a job directly, or it was 50-50 winning it?
It was not guaranteed. It was just me when I went for internship, I hadn't yet finished school, but I knew the tamakin that comes after finishing school. So I started early during my internship. So unajua ukifanya first year, second year, third year, you're required to go for internship. So mimi nilienda third year internship. Nikafanya internship for 4 months. That was in September 2016. From September to December, I finished, but my supervisor wanted to retain me. So nika continue January to April in 2017. Then sikupata job tena, so they extended my internship again from May to August. Then during May to August, while still in internship, that's when we were doing our elections in 2017 August. So I got a small contract for 1 week for your wiki 2 year election. So I did that work 1 week. We were paid for the week. Then thank God, I'm sure the country was not happy, but for someone like me, I benefited. They said we repeat the election.
So it means another contract for you.
Another contract for me. So we did the repeat election, then that led to a contract for 3 months. During those nilimaliza internship 2016 from September to December. That was my internship for school. So when they were extending, I was finishing school. I had 1 more semester, so I finished in 2017 April. Then I had 1 semester ya kukaa tu tukingojea graduation in October, because our school only has 1 graduation. So nikafanya hiyo internship from May to August. Then we did the 2 elections, which led to a contract for 3 months. So hizo 3 months, hiyo contract, nakumbuka tu contract ilikuwa inaisha the day of my graduation. But thank God, there was something called Viusasa. It came up. I applied. They called me for an interview. They called me for that interview on the day of my graduation. So before niende graduation, I went for my interview first. Nikaenda nikafanya interview. It was for my line of work, you have to do practical and theory. okay, ile interview ya ofisi ile yenye unaulizwa maswali, then kuna practical, you have to show them that you know how to use the cameras, you know how to use the mixers and hizo vitu zote. So both of them, then I left to go for my graduation. Yeah, and by the time the day was ending on my graduation day, they called me and told me that nime qualify. So it was a good graduation day because at least nime graduate na niko na job.
That's nice.
Yeah.
So after that 1 year, you said that now you did 7 years.
Yeah, now it's 7 years plus internship, but
so now it's like 6
work
years.
Experience is 6 years.
6 years. So for the work experience, have you been in the same role for the 7 years? And also when you're answering about maybe if you've been into different departments, you can also talk about the challenges that you've been facing through the 6 years now.
These 6 years.
Yeah.
When I first got my job, I was working as a studio technical operator for Viusasa news department. So our work was to ingest news stories or cloud, AWS, like on a lot of technical language. So yeah, we used to do that. And because it was a new department, the challenge was we were few, and so we had to work long shifts. We were doing 12-hour shifts. Mtu akiingia 6 asubuhi unatoka 6 jioni. Mwenye anaingia 6 jioni anachapa hadi the next day 6. So lakini okay, people were telling us to see usijali, hizo ndo challenges za new department. It was very challenging, especially kwanza mimi mwenye nilianziwa na night shift. Sikuwa nimezoea night shift. Hata place yenye nilikuwa naishi unafikishwa tao gari kabla ijaye kwenye unaenda, ni kama saa 2 umetumia like 2 hours ukingoja kwa gari ijaye. And it was very challenging, and the fact that it was a new department, hatukuwa tunajua what is really expected of us because it was a new product that was being launched. But we got our way through. News was flowing, and eventually things started flowing, and the shifts became bearable because now we started doing like 9-hour shifts from 12 to 9. Ile unaingia 6 unatoka 3. Yeah, and after zikaenda hivyo zikireduce, and unazoea tu kazi, then things started flowing. That was Viusasa. Because it was a new product, kuna systems zenye bado hazikuwa zina work, and news was one of them. The way we were ingesting news, we're relying on reporters to make sure they do their stories mapema so that we ingest them. Even us ourselves, we were also producing stories, but we didn't have time because of the shifts zilikuwa very tight. Getting extra time to just go and do a story yourself was like close to impossible, let's say. Alafu we used to have so many meetings to brainstorm like ideas. What do you think can make this product better? How do you think we are going to share it with the public? Even us ourselves, how are we going to help the company market this product? Yeah, meetings were too many. Like they needed us to like brainstorm, bring ideas. They're not. Sometimes una feel like idea yako inaweza work, lakini they shut it down maybe because of your fans. Yeah, that was my first job. So the news department eventually died. So after it died, as an intern, I was working as a studio technical operator for Inoro TV. So we were taken back to what we were doing. But as I was an intern, that is not the only thing I used to do. I used to do directing, visual mixing. I don't know if you're going to understand these jargons that I'm using, but okay, let me just try and explain. Behind the scenes, let's say like news, for example. Behind the anchor, unajua anchor kazi yake ni kuambiwa tunaenda hii story, read story 1, read story 2. Haya, kuna breaking news, read this script hivyo. There's someone giving those instructions. That person is called a director. But that director pia anafuata instructions from the producer and editor. There are people who handle news and the content that is going to be put in news. So mimi sifanyi huko, tunafanya sisi tuko kwa gallery. Kwa gallery We have a director who's the leader of a team, and a lead mwenye anacheza stories. There's a playout for news stories. Kuna playout for programs, commercials, promos. Kuna mtu wa graphics mwenye anakuwekea tag hapo kukuambia what the story is about, what the anchor is, story yenye anchor anasoma what is it about, those details down there. Kuna mtu wa sound na kuna auto cue operator mwenye anarolia anchor hizo stories. Alafu pia in the studio there's a cameraman and a floor manager and a lights guy mwenye ana make sure umemulikwa vizuri, hakuna shadows or anything, vitu kama hizo. So the director leads the whole team. So I used to do that as an intern.
Wow.
So when the news department in Usasa died, I was taken back to directing. I used to do that. I did that for a while, then I went back to being a studio technical operator. I mean, you're now part of the team that does news. You're playing the playout machine and news and programs. You're doing sound, you're doing camera work, and you're doing lighting and floor managing. So yeah, when I went to, I've done that now for 6 years.
And then now for the 6 years, so what are the challenges?
Challenges, I think, let me start with number one, the fact that I'm a lady. In our department, there's just 3 of us as women. The rest are men. Even my supervisor is a man. So that's, I don't know if it's correct for me to assume that this is more of a man's job.
So people assume that it's more of a man's job.
Yeah, because kuna like lifting of things. For the camera from this position to that position. There's a gym, there's a big camera in the studio. Ni hadi kuna weights zile za gym. So you have to know how to operate that. Sound, utavuta cables. Nini ingine? I think the lightest job hapo ni your job ya transmission. Transmission, you're play out your news and play out your programs, commercials and promos. Yeah, so I think the biggest challenge is like working around so many men. Like I feel like you need to prove yourself as a woman sometimes when you're in that field, because they'll assume makanika softie.
And then, so because of that, how does it play now in your like outside life? Like let's say marriage, your child, and like when you're thinking about like long term. So are you thinking like, because I'm working 6 to 6 or long hours basically, will it have like an impact in your maybe child's life, or
in my how the impact in my personal life? So mimi nikiingia kule unajua mimi nilikuwa fresher. Mimi nilikuwa tu nimetoka fresh out of school. I didn't have anything, so my job was my everything. Most times when I got a job. So when things started changing, when I got into a relationship that eventually led to like having a baby, that's when the dynamics change of the job was like, hey, I want some family time. Then nilikuwa nimezoea ku work long hours without caring, kufanya night shift. So dynamics za job na home, they changed greatly when I had my daughter. Because the person I was with was also in the media industry, so that was not hard. He understood how we work, the long hours, the odd shifts, so that was not a problem. But I said the issue will come when I give birth, and now I have to know how to balance between home and work. I don't sidhani hadi wa leo nishai get balance. I just prioritize what comes first. I'm like, work is important for now. Home is ashikiliwa. Home nikiona kumeharibika, I try and sort out work, then I shughulikia the home. So dynamics, alafu tena there's this part of kukuwa na house help. Ukiwa na mtoto na unafanyanga kazi kwa media and you do long shifts, unafanya kazi Saturday, Sunday, zile siku zenye wanapenda kuwa off. It's a challenge. I lost like a house help because hakuwa understand mbona simpay shift na mbona naenda simpay off na mbona naenda job on like Saturdays, Sundays, even public holidays. So yeah, there's that one challenge, and then there's this other challenge. Even if you're not like me, like ati you have a family, even when you're by yourself, you won't be able to attend, say, maybe family functions, because that was a big challenge for me. It was actually okay. You will come to realize it later, because when you're fresh into the industry, you're giving it your all.
Yeah.
Then ukianza kukumbuka that you have a family back home, they are planning meetings, anasema hebu tukutane saa tu, wewe saa tu uko shift, utafanyaje? Na uwezi, yani you'll miss a lot of family time. Ile time yenye uko off, seme there are days za off, Monday Tuesday watu wengine wako biashara zao, wewe uko off. So there's that shift, as in I think that's one big challenge about my line of work.
And then what type of employee are you? So when you go there, are you like, like for us it used to be, especially when after graduation, you're a go-getter. I will do extra hours. I will want to, impress my boss.
I think my personality at work has changed, because at first mimi nilienda na hiyo energy. Mimi nikienda internship nilikuwa like, I didn't know how things would end up, so I was like, let me take advantage of this opportunity. I will work my off. So mimi nilikuwa najituma. Morning shift nilikuwa nazifanya. Unaamka 3, una make sure umechukuliwa by 4 so that you're at work by 5. Yeah, I was a go-getter. Like, I really wanted to learn a lot. Then when I got the job, I was like, okay, I'm doing the job. Sasa hapo ndo, like, you relax kidogo. Like, sasa mimi kazi yangu tu ni just making sure my work is done. Aya, your face ikaisha. Then you're like, aya, by the way, this can't be the only, as in I need new challenges. Wezi like be comfortable or useme umefika, because things happen. People are retrenched and you need to like add value to your career every opportunity you get. So yeah, you just start learning different things. Start thinking of side hustles. You're not just fixated on what you're doing.
And also your employment allows for you to be able to do side hustles.
It doesn't allow, it's just you to create time.
So there are things that your employer is able to say, okay, you can do this thing, as long as they're not impacting them.
Yeah, of course you can't be hired. Of course, kuna hiyo contract ya mtu sign that you can't be hired by another organization full time. But if it's your side hustle, you yourself, of course, along you have to make sure that you obey hizo vitu zenye muliandikiana kwa contract. Yeah, so I think sasa hapo, that's when I started doing voiceovers when I was still in school, but sasa that urge of like doing it more came when sasa I stopped being comfortable at my job, because especially the fact that after Corona, so many people, during Corona people were laid off. So hapo ndo naamkanga kwa like, haya, by the way, hapa huwezi kuwa comfortable, so you have to do things. That's when I started doing voiceovers more. Yeah, and I started taking pictures for people and videography. Hapa na pale, anytime I can.
So I think that's nice.
Yeah.
So we're almost at the end. So I want to ask, with your career, which now encompasses addition to your social life, because basically right now for most of the people everything is the career is at the center, because you need money for almost everything that now you need. So are you happy?
Am I happy with the fact that
with where you are right now
in terms of career?
Yes.
I'm happy with, I don't regret doing media. I'm happy that I'm actually practicing what I studied for, because si watu wengi wanafanya zile vitu zenye walisomea. And I think I'm happy, yes. I've gotten that thing that I was looking for when I was in campus. That just knowing the industry, understanding it. But there's always room for more, like knowing yourself more and learning more, not limited to media.
And with that, you're able to name things that you're grateful for.
in my career. I'm grateful that as in bidii yangu ndio imenifikisha penye nilikuwa, because singepata job kama sikuputi ile effort yenye niliputi nikiwa internship. Yeah,
that's all God.
Yeah, because I used to pray to God. Naambia kikai, God, nipe job. Mimi sitaki kutamak. Then nilienda internship which led to a job. I'm very grateful for that. Kwanza hiyo, that is what I shine with in my CV. Lazima kila mtu ajue that nilipata job through internship. And my supervisor believed in me. Thank God for such supervisors who they see that uko na kitu. But at first sikuwa na hiyo energy. Nilifanya 1 month, my first month of internship. Supervisor wangu alikuwa anasema ni kama nilikuwa tu nimerelax. Akaniambia, Diana, in the next 1 month, if utakuwa umelearn hii na hii, I don't see the need of you being here. Hapo ndo nilichangamka. So I'm thankful for the organization, for such good supervisors who see something in you and they encourage you to do it. That's the one thing I'm very grateful for. And I also have very awesome colleagues. I have, most of them are men, but it's always a good time. As in the team effort that is put in there, it's superb. I love it.
Okay. So we're coming to the end, and I would like you to advise someone who wants to pursue your career, and most importantly, something that you really mentioned is whatever you get from maybe now high school level, it does not mean that you'll not get to where you are.
Yes. Wacha nikwambie. Mimi nilikuwa naambiwa ni repeat, nilikuwa nasikia kama that was not an option for me. There's no way. So nilianza na ile like I felt like I really needed to work hard. But I think hiyo kitu pia ilinisaidia because nilikuwa najua nilifail. I put in more effort where it worked for me. I think ilinisaidia. Yes, si poa kufail. Like anyone who's in a high school, please put in your best kwa masomo, because your grade is what will determine your starting point ya career yako. So if I'm to advise someone who wants to get into this career, please make sure usidharau masomo, usidharau maths or anything or nini. Make sure you perform, get the best grade. Ukipata grade poa, itabidi uanze kama mimi, nilianza certificate, diploma, then degree. And I'm even thankful that I even have parents who could afford to pay for me certificate, diploma, and degree. So we ukisoma, make sure you've done your part, umepata grade poa, unaanza na degree. It gives you a very good starting point, na itabidi you take time kama mimi. And in this industry, you need to be creative. You need to be passionate about what you're doing. Because without those two, you'll be very frustrated. And you can't just do it for money. Money will come later. Yeah. Money is a byproduct of all the effort that you put in. Yeah. Okay. And you need to be a go-getter. You don't need to be scared. You need to approach people. Tell me, nifunze hii. Show me how I do it. Yeah. And make sure you practice it until you become the best. Okay. Yeah.
Thank you. I'm so happy. Guys, you're almost at the end of the episode. I'm happy that Diana was here. I'm happy for the advice and for the time and for, guys, we live so far away from each other. So since you've just decided to come all the way here, I'm so happy.
You're welcome. I can't wait to hear the final product. Yeah.
So tune in to our next episode. We'll try to do this maybe once in 2 weeks, and then we'll see how it goes.
What about the people who will ask questions?
For those who will ask questions, there will be a chat, and they can also send voice notes.
Okay. Yes. I'm willing to answer any question. I'm open. Very open.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.